Happy Vlogmas. Today is going to be a Q&A video while you watch me decorate my Christmas tree. You commented plenty of questions for me to answer on my community post, so let's get to answering. How many horses do you own/care for? I own 4 horses and I care for all 4 of them. Where did you qualify for Junior Worlds? Last year I went to several qualifiers, but what sealed the deal for me to go to Vegas was a qualifier in Wisconsin. Where did you buy your horses? This is a little bit of a tricky question. I did not buy them off of any websites. I got them all through connections. My first horse was owned by someone who went to high school with my dad and was friends with my dad. And then the others have all come from connections, whether from people that also board at the same barn, and 2 of my horses, Scout and Chester, both had careers as college rodeo horses, and I got those through a connection. If you are looking for a horse, I would really suggest going through people you know. I've never bought a horse that I didn't meet or didn't try. So I would really suggest going and trying the horse to make sure it is exactly what the seller is saying the horse is. Horses can also be pretty expensive, and if you're paying a decent amount for your horse, I would definitely recommend getting a vet check before taking it home, because sadly the horse world, some people lie, and it's also just good to know what your horse needs before you take them home. Now I ride about 3 times a week. If I have a new horse, I will ride them every single day just to really get to know them and figure them out. And if I have a current issue I'm working through, like when I used to have to really work through Chester's anxiety and hotness during his rides, I would ride him every day and really work on calming him down. But right now I do not have any issues like that, so I only ride about 3 times a week to make sure everybody stays.
This is a voiceover, but oh my god! What am I supposed to do about that?
One day they will get a super good workout, while the other days I don't ask for too much from them. I just hop on and trot around and lope a little bit. A barrel racer I look up to. I would say Haley Kinzel. She's very humble. She seems very nice. I've met her a few times. I also really like Jimmy Smith. I have also met her and ran against her a few times, and she is really sweet and very funny. And of course Jordan Briggs, because she's pretty cool. How often do you compete? Right now I probably compete 2 or 3 times a month, maybe. I would say next year when I start my rookie year I will be competing a lot more, but right now I only compete a few times a month. And I usually don't take Chester to all of them. I just bring him out when I need to practice and fix something, or that he just needs a run because he's been off for a while, but I try to rest his legs as often as possible. How did you get to where you are? So when I was 10, I started taking lessons at a boarding barn. I didn't have a horse or anything, but I showed up and started taking lessons, and the lady that owns the barn gave me lessons pretty often. And then I finally leased a horse named Max, and so I really practiced on him. She taught me the basics, kick to go, sit down, reach down, say whoa to stop, like nothing too difficult. But then as I got better, I met a lot of people that have really helped me along the way. My brother's girlfriend has given me tons of tips and lessons that have really helped advance my riding. Right now I'm taking lessons from a few people. There is always something to learn, always. No one person knows everything, and I think that is so important to remember. As a horse rider, you are always going to be learning forever, so it's really important to find great horse people. I've also had plenty of hard experiences, like this question asked about my hard experiences. I've had seasons where I've hit barrels, I've not been fast enough, I've hit poles, I hit a barrel recently that if I hadn't hit it, I would have been the state champion. So that was a pretty hard experience. But all of these experiences just make me want to win even more, and it makes winning that much better. Did your parents grow up riding? No, neither of my parents grew up riding. I am a first generation horse people, I guess you would say. My parents weren't horse people. My mom knew about horses, but neither of my parents ride, so they did not teach me really anything about riding. Do you own your barn or board? I board at a barn right now. I would love, love, love to have my own barn sometime in the future. How old are your horses? Let's see. Chester's 8, Scout is 8, Kite is 22, and Zorro is around 19. What state are you from? I am an Arkansas cowgirl, so I am from Arkansas. Is there anything special about your horses and your favorite horse breed? Chester is terrified of chickens, which I think is very special, very funny. And my favorite horse breed is quarter horses. I love quarter horses. They're very versatile animals, and they're the breed I've grown up with. I do have a paint. He's a little wild, but as far as I know right now, quarter horses are my favorite. Tips on getting your horse to build muscles. My favorite thing to do is long trot, long trot, long trot, and you have to consistently ride to really build up those muscles. I also really like using trot rails to build muscles, especially in the hind end. It really gets their feet moving and up. How did you train your horses to barrel race? Right now, I did not train any of my horses that I own to barrel race. Kite was my first horse, so he came trained, and Chester and Scout both had previous careers as college rodeo horses, so I did not put the pattern on either of them either. So I would really love to learn how to train barrel horses. I've been learning a lot from people around me, so hopefully one day I will be able to train my own barrel horse. How did you come up with your dog's name? So yes, Freely is named after Ace Frehley from Kiss. So I do like Kiss, and I just thought Freely was a very unique and fun dog name, and it fits him very well. Do you rope? Yeah, I can rope a dummy and a little bit off of a horse, but I'm not super great at it. I'm definitely a barrel racer. Will you ever learn to rope? Yes, I would love to rope. I would love to do breakaway. Have you ever tried cutting or reining or any cow horse events? No, I have not, but I really, really, really want to. Back in July, I kind of had a meeting with a movie producer about maybe being in something on a cutting horse, so she said they would give me some lessons if I'm chosen for that, so that would be super fun. Cutting looks so fun, and I also really like reining, so I would definitely, if given the opportunity, ride a cutting horse or a reining horse. What is your biggest accomplishment? Right now, I would say making the short go and being 15th in the world at the Junior World Finals, and I also won a jackpot series pretty much the first year I had Chester, so that was really cool, and it was very special to me to be able to get on him and do something like that. How do you afford horses in rodeos? Thankfully, my parents have been very supportive in buying horses and paying entry fees, and winning money helped a lot. Most of the money I win goes right back into my sport. The vet bills to entry fees, whatever. Most of the money I win does go back. Opinion on English. I love English. I don't have any kind of problem with it. I would jump a horse in a heartbeat, and I've been begging for dressage lessons, so I really like English. I think you can learn from any discipline, so I think it would be super fun to do English, and I love that they have so many like matchy tack sets and that they can have so many saddle pads. Who is your favorite horse? This question also asked who my least favorite horse is. I will say that my favorite horse is Chester. I've never bonded with a horse like I have with him. I spent so many hours and hours riding him and getting to know him and spending time every single day with him. So I will say Chester's my favorite, and I do not have a least favorite. Okay, I'm not gonna say I have a least favorite. Thank y'all so much for asking all of these questions, and thank you so much for watching. Happy first day of Vlogmas, and make sure you come back tomorrow for a brand new video.